The scroll on Terah reveals that he is more than just Abraham's dad. He serves as a threshold figure between false light and a true promise, made between an idol maker and a lineage carrier. Who is Terah? Named Terah in Hebrew, meaning debated, often interpreted as delay or station. Also from the root word rach, meaning to breathe, wander, or turn. And Terah took Abram his son, and they went out together from Ur of the Chaldeans to go to the land of Canaan, and they came as far as Haran and settled there. Genesis 11:31. Father of Abram, later to be named Abraham, Nahor, and Haran, who is Lot's father. All lived in Ur of the Chaldees, then Haran. Terah's occupation by tradition would have been an idol maker, according to the Midrash and Talmud, mentioned in Genesis 11:12, Joshua 24, and again in Acts 7. The hidden meaning of Terah, one idol maker. According to Jewish Midrash, Genesis Rabbah, Talmud Bava Batra 91a, Terah made and sold idols for a living. Abram once smashed all the idols and left the hammer in the hand of the biggest one. When Terah asked what happened, Abram said, "The idols fought. The biggest one destroyed the others." Terah said, "That's nonsense." Abram replied, "So why do you worship them?" This story reflects a spiritual fork in the bloodline. Terah was tied to Babylon and their false gods, while Abram was marked for separation and covenant. 2. He left but stopped. Genesis 11:31 says, Terah set out for Canaan, but only made it to Haran and settled there. Prophetic meaning. Terah started the journey of leaving Babylon, but never fully obeyed the call. He would land where Lot's father lived. Lot also stopped short of where God intended to take him. Haran is the embodiment of spiritual delay, Kabbalistic symbolism. Terah has a total of TRH 608. Let's decode 608. 608 is the Hebrew word einayim, meaning eyes, plural of ayin. It might reflect the duality of spiritual sight. Terah saw the truth but didn't act on it. 608 also shares numerical value with sins of the nations in some gematria tables. The number before 609, which is the Hebrew word nekak, meaning in front of, opposite, or truth facing you. Meaning, Terah stood opposite truth. He faced it but never entered it. He was stuck in the matrix. Where else is Terah mentioned? Joshua 24:2. Long ago, your ancestors, including Terah, the father of Abraham and Nahor, lived beyond the Euphrates and worshipped other gods. God calls this out directly. Terah was in the system. Deep Take Terah is a spiritual archetype. He was the last link in a corrupted priesthood line, the gatekeeper of transition as the father of Abram. He was a man of compromise who started toward the promise but settled halfway. Abram had to leave both Babylon and his father's house to become the father of faith. Into exile he went, on his own like Jesus did a millennium later. A final code. Terah was the threshold, Abraham was the crossing, and Terah saw the promise from a distance, but died in the land of delay. But God